Now here is Brand. And Parsons kicks to Duncan. Wide open.
Really league and nationwide. I mean, Brooklyn, the largest borough in New York City, with the cherished.
He dishes it to Duncan. Over to Saul. And that's in Toronto. Offensive rebound. And so he earns.
Ray Allen, he's a true professional. I mean, always working on honing that jump shot, and he keeps himself in superb physical condition.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Clark, talking about Ray Allen, you know, the reason his game has held up so well over the years is his commitment to conditioning and to his craft. And when you arrive to an arena before a game, Ray Allen is almost always the first one on the floor, going through his usual shooting routine. And boy, has it paid off for him.
Now here's Terry. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Good on the 13-footer.
He is so good at working himself into the open spots on the floor inside that three-point line.
Nash kicks to Parsons. Pass to Allen. Over Bell. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his second bucket tonight. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Terry, the pass to Carmelo. Knocked loose. Camby kicks to Anthony. Open look. And he hits the
in the league.
Dishes to Kirilenko. Fires from 18.
He was talking about in the locker room, guys, being prepared from the start.
Steve mentioned the success they had against them in their contest a year ago. They did exactly what they needed to do against them.
Yep, it was a solid performance from them. Most times they got together. They should have them feeling good about their chances today.
And Allen drops them both.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made, past Reggie Miller a couple years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score at that mid.
Between the shot clock and the game clock. A drive-by trip to the line tonight.
Well, he shoots the ball with a lot of confidence from the line. He's very comfortable there, 84% on the season.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. Pride themselves on making it tough for their opponents.
Well, the staple for Lawrence Frank has been the defensive philosophy that he's held over the years. And, of course, he was down in Detroit, forcing everything baseline into help.
We've got Chandler Parsons. Duncan out there with Charlie Villanueva, and what I'm sure you want to talk about.
Well, I think it goes with the whole mentality of the franchise, Steve. For so long, they've been the pinnacle.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we all know about Ray Allen.
He feeds it to Stackhouse. Plenty of space. That's good. Stackhouse on 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Nash outside.
And the three-pointers, the defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to... Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
You know, at 35 years of age, Jason Terry is still...
You see on his sneakers, cut the check. But we've seen his value, and he's a terrific shooter and a big-time clutch.
Go. Parsons got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy.
It's not a strong conference to start with, but with the talent they've acquired,
they're doing a much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
Outside Terry.
Opportunity to go 2 for 1 here if they want it.
Steve, let's see if they go for it.
Here's Kirilenko. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, you look at how the Pistons season went, Kevin, and one of their big problems was getting anything of substance done on the road. I mean, just a terrible time for them.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Marcus Camby. He's checked in for Gasol. Anthony comes in for
the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and proves their versatility when he's knocking down the 3 ball.
Second half is underway, and here's who Lawrence Frank's got on the floor. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Anthony. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's Terry in at the 2 guard. Kidd kicks to Anthony. A 3.
Lawrence Frank has given his players an interesting incentive, saying, quote, "We give the ultimate gold ticket to players. Plays off of misses. So if I'm a player and I want freedom, I'm going to get stops." Kevin, this is an intriguing way to encourage that.
Pistons leading by 13. Kidd kicks to Kirilenko from the arc. Good in the...
Our talent vying for the top free agents. They've said themselves they're not going to build slowly. They're going to try to make this thing happen in fast mode.
Good for them. Going back to the new ownership for the Nets. Certainly a well-financed team. And, you know, Jay-Z, a holdover from the previous ownership group. He's still involved. I think that especially for a guy that was raised in this area, I think it brings a nice closeness with the fans and the organization.
Yeah, a little bit of street cred, if you would.
It's away from the basket. I mean, those aren't all layups he's hitting.
He is pure, guys. There's no doubt about that. One of the sweetest strokes in the NBA today, if not the sweetest, with the ability to generate his own shot, too.
You know what I love about Anthony, Kevin, is his ability.
If you are going to foul Melo, you need to make it a hard foul. If you just play good D on him, sometimes that's not enough. This guy is a terrific scorer. It's a big part of why he's one of the league's most.
That's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And this one.
You know, Elton Brand in his day was a consistent all-out starting power forward in the NBA.
And stolen by Nash. In transition, here come the Nets. Parsons. And there's the lay-in. You talk about Elton Brand's prime. Clark, the #1 overall pick back in 1999.
Yeah, and a guy who averaged about 20 points and 10 rebounds his first 8 seasons. That doesn't happen very often in this league.
All sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite.
You can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
You know, the Pistons had a look at the playoffs for a brief moment last year, Kevin, but...
Kidd kicks to Terry. Bunny shot. Good in the assist. He kicks to Young. Passes it to Villanueva. From deep. Good.
That's what can happen with the 3 ball.
Yep, they've got it going. Nice, clean looks.
And here is Barbosa. Diaw, the screen. 1 second left. And it's Vasquez in at the point guard position. Now here's Duncan. It's on. Now here is Barbosa. Defense right on him. Bell passes to Barbosa. Here's Stackhouse. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the Nets knew that last season would be their last in New Jersey, and they didn't really leave New Jersey with a bang. They were absolutely dreadful at home.
Going back.
His players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way that...
This is a nice lead they've built. Very good job controlling the glass this game.
You've got to be pleased as a coach to see how your team is boxed out. Very
deep. Makes the alley-oop pass. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
All comes back to, I think, his size, versatility, ball handling ability, and that quick trigger release on the jump shot. It's really difficult to keep him from getting.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes.
Kidd against Nash. Over Kidd.
Well, on just a few attempts, it might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Gasol dishes the Kidd. Drills it from out. Nash kicks to Parsons. There it is. It's Nash picking up the... Kirilenko kicks to Terry. And there's another one for the Pistons. Call this one on the defense.
You know, guys, for a long time in the NBA, off-season strength programs were about adding muscle. But I think that's changed quite a bit. Players are focused.
Kidd off a pick from Anthony. And the basket by Kidd.
Miscue like that.
From outside the arc, another 3 for Detroit.
That's certainly what it looks like. I mean, There's no let up in him so far.
Back to Nash with the lead pass. Here's Young. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Terry outside. Back to Kidd. Anthony left side. From past the arc. And that one's good.